Howdy, I'm Jason Lewis, and today on the Auto Edits Jeep, I'm gonna show you the right light upgrade to start with on your Jeep. Now, the first thing people always wanna do is just throw a light bar on the top of their Jeep. Now, that's cool. Don't get me wrong. I think the light bars look cool on Jeeps, but there's a lot of reasons why I'm not starting with that, and I'm gonna explain them to you in this video. We are gonna start with the JW Speaker 8700 J2 headlights. Now, that to me is the most important light upgrade you're gonna do to your Jeep first. The stock headlights in my JK are just like me. They get the job done, but are not very bright. These JW Speaker Evolution J2s, on the other hand, are overachievers in all categories. They are one of the only actual plug-and-play LED upgrades for the Jeep and have the anti-flicker unit built right into the high-quality housing. The 8700 J2 also offers this brilliant dual burn feature, which keeps the low beam on during high beam usage to add a ton of extra fill to the light spread. You can order them in black or with this unique carbon fiber print and are made right here in the USA. The second most important yet simple light upgrades, I think, are the fog lights. So these 6145 J2 series LEDs are being put into duty. Again, no extra anti-flicker harnesses needed. They are street legal and offer more than double the light output than the stock units. I'm also installing a set of the famous JW Speaker 279 J series taillights for the JK. I absolutely love the ultra high-end look of the light blades in these things. And just to show off, we're gonna do the JW Speaker LED front turn signal replacements, just because. These are the new J2 series LED turn lights. They have both the anti-flicker and load resistors built in, so they are another legit plug-and-play install and will complete the fresh-looking front end of the Jeep. So now before we dig into this, what I would rate as a very easy upgrade. Anybody could do this. We're literally gonna use I think it's a T15, a Phillips head and a bladed screwdriver handled. So this is something that every skill level should feel comfortable trying. But the important thing here is I want to explain to you why just slapping a light bar to the top of your Jeep is not the best or the easiest upgrade to the lighting system on your vehicle. Here are some of the things you don't think about when you put a light bar up there. First off, when you have a Jeep and you bolt a light bar up there, it's noisy down the freeway. It just whistles and howls and makes a lot of noise down the freeway. So for your 90%, 80% driving, you have that thing up there just catching the wind, being kind of just an added nuisance to the drive. Another thing, those cheaper light bars that you may just go and put up there for $100 or $200 up there, you get what you pay for those. Yes, they throw a lot of floodlight off the front of your Jeep, and that's fine, but if you are lucky to be going in a group, you'll find that those cheaper light bars, as soon as there's any dust particles, like if you're in a row of Jeeps, all they do is eliminate those dust particles. So if you've ever been in the dust or a fog, they're almost useless. Also, when you put a light bar up there, they tend to, the cheaper ones, just illuminate your hood. So you never get, or you sometimes are just impeded by the fact that you have your hood completely lit by this and glaring into your eyes. And so there's a lot of things why the light bar is not just the easiest thing to do. And by just upgrading these lights here, the lights that you use all the time, every day when you drive, if you just add, now I'm not gonna bore you with how many more lumens, that's the light metering thing, the JW Speaker has over stock. I have experience out in the wild with these things that let's just boil it down this way. There's a crap ton more lumens coming out of those than there are coming out of this. And I'm gonna explain and show you once we get those installed. Now, yes, I will be adding auxiliary lights to this thing eventually, but hopefully that makes sense to you of why I took my time, I got the product that I've been wanting. And yes, these are top tier, they cost more, but they are by far the best product on the market. So, and that's the reason why I went this way. I took the time, did the research, went wheeling, and figured out what I think is gonna work best for me for now. So let's get started. And the first thing is we'll just get the hood up, we'll get the grill out. And that is just a bunch of tabs here that you just literally get your little screwdriver, pop this tab up, and then just pull. But that's how that works. So you just pull that, lift that up, it makes that pull out. So we'll go ahead and go across the grill here and get those out. Pinto the dog is over there helping out today by chasing bugs on the lawn, which is always cute. So that we have our clips here, see how the grill is kind of loose? There's just one more clip down here. You just pull that loose. Pull that loose over here. So you're just gonna reach behind and just quarter turn the light and pull that out. And then we can just see about pulling this grill out.
But because my winch is mounted low and close to the grill, the bottom clip won't release. So,
yeah, rather than break the grill, I think I'm just gonna go ahead. There's plenty of room to get at the light right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Press the 2 tabs on the back of the turn signal housing and that unit will flop right out.
So we got a T15 on this little bit here. And we'll just take those out to get our retaining ring off. And that's it to get this headlight out. So now this connector is just as simple as slide the red tab backwards a little bit and then just pull it, hit the tab and then just pull that right off in there, and that's just how that comes off, that easy. And this comes off. And the only piece that you're gonna reuse here is this is the bezel or attachment ring here, because that's where our screws came from.
Now, literally just plug the 8700 J2 light into the stock harness. The headlight housing is designed to fit only one way into the bucket, leaving the only thing left. Reattach the 4 screws on the trim ring to hold this all in place.
And that is it for the headlight install. We're gonna do that one more time over there, but you can see what I mean, why this is so easy and why it's good that you get what you pay for here, that it just literally plug and play bolts right in. Now there's adjustments up and down if you need that, but if your headlights were good beforehand, you should be fine. If not, there's just a quick adjuster here that adjusts your headlight up or down or in or out. That's a pretty easy dial in if you need that, but you see this is awesome. Now the LED turn signal is literally just showing off. I mean, it's just mostly because it's gonna be brighter. It looks great. I'm gonna be just honest with you, because by the time I get that, the turn signal and the fog light in, it's just gonna look awesome. And that's what I want. So far, I've been very fortunate on this Jeep to have everything top tier on this. Everything on here is something that is as good, or it's the part that I want. I didn't cut any corners yet, so this just goes along with that. So this will go in the front just like the stock one would, and then you can see it just kind of slots in there. And then there's this little doohickey here that has an RH and an LH side to it, and since we're on the passenger or the right-hand side of the vehicle, you just make sure that that is sticking out. We'll put our 10mm bolt in to capture that. Oh, I love installs like this. It's so easy, everything's going on purpose so far. And then we just plug this into here until you hear that click, and push your red capturing tab back down, and we'll tuck that in where it belongs. And that's it for this side. Wow, I can't wait to show you this all finished up. All right, so the fog light goes a lot the same direction. We're gonna just unplug it first, and that's simple as pressing the tab and unplugging it. Then there are 4 screws there. It's nice to have these giant 37-inch tires to rest on while you work on your junk. And stock fog light comes out. Now this thing, I've already told you, is light years better. You could actually just feel, it just feels so much more substantial than the other light. And another great thing is that it comes with this housing to fit into your stock pole or many of the aftermarket bumpers like this metal cloak one here actually has the accommodations to run the stock lights. So it's just nice to have that kind of industry standard to go with. So that way, to kind of keep with the theme of plug and play and ease of upgrade, you see it, this will go right back in.
Since this light fits all JKs, it comes with an adapter for that early model pigtail. Once plugged in, zip tie for neatness, and then handle your business on the other side of the Jeep.
Don't forget to take care of your helper. Oh, good snag. Come on, girl. We got to finish up the taillights on this thing. But, ooh, you got to see what I see. Let's turn them on and see what it looks like.
With the front end buttoned up and looking exceptional, it was time to put the cherry on top of this LED light sundae and install the taillights. First up, attach the load resistor and clips to the included mounting plate. Again, super simple stuff here, folks.
Now the back is even easier, if you can imagine that, to do this install. Now I have these other brand taillights that you might have seen me install a while back as a pretty fun upgrade, and I'm not replacing them because I don't like them. It's just because I just want all JW on this thing. Unplug. We take that out, and that's our stock plug. And then this one, because it's a LED, had a ballast resistor in there as well to keep it from hyper flashing. Here's a good example. You know, it's just, this is definitely a higher end unit by a lot, you know, by a noticeable amount. What we'll do is, instead of using two-way tape to attach the resistor here, you just use the little clips that you put on a moment ago and attach that to the sheet metal. And they recommend that you have it facing forward, so it goes like that. All right, so then we'll just route our wires. Hey, Pinto. Reach down and pet your puppy. She wants to play. I know, very exciting. And that just kind of slides into place like that. We'll put top screw in, get that started, bottom screw in, get that one started, and button it down. It's pretty easy. Now remember, this is plastic, so you don't gotta monster that down too tight. We'll just give a quick clean up around the edge here. Look at that thing. That is a very, very good looking taillight. Let's get the other side on and light this thing up so you can see what this looks like.
Well, it looks really, really good.
You goofball. You don't know what you're doing over there.
This is exactly what I hoped for this Jeep. Fit and finish is top notch, but I expected that. Now, let's go for a quick night drive and I'll show you just how huge of an improvement we made to this thing. Here is a drive down a dark road with the stock lights on high beam. Compare that to a dark road drive with the JW speaker LEDs on low beam with the fog lights on, and you'll start to get the picture. Way more light, people. So here's an example of just low beams, and then adding the fog lights. Now we'll hit this dirt hill and go from low beam to high and show just how much coverage you get. I'm definitely going to figure out how to keep the fog lights on manual control since they are truly remarkable. Do you think I'm happy? Yeah, I'm run out in front of the Jeep and celebrate happy.
So there it is, the full JW speaker upgrade for the Jeep. Now this thing is dialed. Now don't worry, I'm gonna add more lights, but let's just go do the next few adventures like this, and then we'll see exactly where I'll need to add that stuff. I'm thinking some rock lights and some pillar lights, but for now, we've made a huge stride of lights that I could use every day that are practical. So until next time, enjoy your drive. Whew. Pinto, you're rough.